My guest at this time is Ohio Republican Congressman Bill Johnston. He's a freshman representing the Buckeye State's 6th Congressional District, and he joins us today to talk about the ongoing House Republican investigation into failed energy loans, especially the $535 million of taxpayer money that ended up with the bankrupted solar panel maker Solyndra. And we want to get the congressman's thoughts on that, as well as the president's commitment to keep loaning taxpayer money to firms that he sees as the future of domestic energy. And, sir, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Greg. Good to be with you today. Thank you very much.
As I'm sure you heard during the State of the Union address, the president didn't directly address Solyndra, but he basically did say that sometimes on the road to major discoveries, whether it's an entire industry like energy or something else, there are often stumbling blocks along the way. Sometimes there are failures, sometimes there are bankruptcies, and sometimes things just don't go the way you hope they do, but you got to keep going. Basically, his way of saying this didn't work flawlessly, but I'm not changing course. What did you make of that?
Well, Greg, there is no mistaking it that the president's policies are hurting hardworking taxpayers. It's making our economy worse. He talked about in that State of the Union address of wanting an all-the-above, and that was his quote, wanting an all-the-above energy plan for America, but that's not what his actions are showing. He is focused on wasting the American taxpayers' dollars on failed green energy initiatives like Solyndra versus the proven benefits of going after our own natural resources like oil that we own, vast deposits of natural gas that we own. And instead of coming together with American businesses as partners in this journey that could put us back in play with American exceptionalism, he's focused on a war against the fossil fuels, particularly with coal. And my district is very heavily dependent upon the coal industry, and it just does not make any sense. And then you've got the disapproval of the Keystone XL pipeline.
Absolutely. And, sir, let's follow up on a couple of the points you just made. First of all, as it pertains to the green technologies, clean energy technologies, however you want to refer to them, is it just bad choices the president's made, or do you believe that trying to funnel resources in that direction is just a fundamentally bad idea?
Well, I think we do indeed need an all-of-the-above energy policy. And I don't think you would see the American people so upset with the president for reaching out to alternative energy opportunities if, in fact, he really had an all-the-above energy policy, but he does not have. We are finding it increasingly difficult to go after the oil that we own and the natural gas that we own. We see the irresponsible decision-making of rejecting the Keystone XL pipeline that would have created tens of thousands of jobs in the short run and well over 100,000 jobs in the long run, and move us one step closer to independence on Middle Eastern oil. So it's a problem where the president's words and his actions simply do not match. That's what I have a problem with. That's what the American people have a problem with.
The last time we spoke with you, sir, you were mentioning that as a result of new regulations imposed at the first of the year from the Obama Environmental Protection Agency that I believe it was 3 different coal-fired power plants were going offline in your state, and perhaps 6 overall. I don't remember if I have those numbers exactly right. What's the latest on that and your efforts to get those regulations reversed?
Well, and the updated information, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, energy companies have announced the closing of now 9 coal-fired power plants across 3 or 4 states. One of those is right here in my own backyard, the Muskingum coal-fired power plant here in Washington County along the Ohio River. And it's going to be devastating. It's going to be the loss of well over 100 jobs. We're going to see, and here's what the American people need to know, that the media is not telling them. Since the Obama administration came into office in January of 2009, we've seen a $300 per year increase already in utility rates. We've seen gas practically double in cost at the pumps, and we're projected to go up before Memorial Day. Some experts are saying in the $5 to $6 range. Now, how is America going to continue to survive and make ends meet when they're paying more to power their homes and more for the fuel for their cars to get back and forth to work? When is this administration going to acknowledge that its policies are failing?
What's the agenda you'd like to see him pursue at this time? What's the best way to alleviate what we're seeing at the gas pump and, as you mentioned, in monthly utility bills?
Well, here's what we should be seeing, Greg. If the President of the United States was really interested in an all-the-above energy policy, here's what he would do. He'd come before the American people and the world and he'd say, look, we're drawing a line in the sand, and starting today, we're no longer going to sit on the sidelines, and over the next 10 years, we're going to establish a goal to become energy independent and secure in the United States. We're going to go after the over 3 trillion barrels of oil that we already own. We're going to drill for them. We're going to drill for the vast resources of natural gas and oil that we own in the Marcellus and the Utica shales and others throughout the nation. We're going to continue to mine coal, and we're going to invest in it, so we're going to learn how to use it environmentally soundly, and we're even going to expand our nuclear footprint because it's the safest, cleanest form of energy on the planet. And we're even going to find out where wind and solar fit in our overall energy profile. We know they can't solve all the problems, but we know that they have a place. If he would do that and then follow it up with regulatory action to tell the EPA and the Department of the Interior, look, starting today, you're going to become partners in progress with American businesses. If it doesn't have to do with a national security, public safety, or a public health issue, then let's look at getting regulations pulled back so that American businesses can prosper. After all, if a regulation doesn't make life better for the American people, we shouldn't do it. And if it costs the American people more than it's worth, we shouldn't do it. I believe if you would get the President of the United States to do that, we would see a return of American exceptionalism, and we would learn how to produce and store and distribute energy in ways that we have never even imagined.
Congressman, last few seconds here, do you get the sense that he may be open to some of those things, given where gas prices and energy prices are headed just a few months before Election Day?
Well, I don't see any sign of that. He has idly by and watched gas prices at the pumps, watched utility rates on the American people increase by over $300 a year, and he's got an all-out war on the coal industry that I'm fighting hard with the stream buffer zone rule. You name it. The president just doesn't seem to have the American people's best interest in mind.
We'll certainly be watching. It's turning into a huge issue. It's already a big one, but as prices get closer to $4 on average and perhaps much higher than that, it'll be a critical issue this year. Sir, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate you having me.
Thank you, sir. Ohio Republican Congressman Bill Johnson represents his state's 6th Congressional District. He's also a member of the House Natural Resources Committee. I'm Greg Corombos reporting for Radio America.